الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. First we wish to welcome all to this another of our gathering regarding sitting and benefit from the Shaykh. And in this particular sitting for the next couple of days, that will be entertaining Sheikh, who's today for this particular event, who's Sheikh Abdullah Ibn Zaid Al Musallam, and the Sheikh, he has attained his doctorate in the field of Usool Fiqh. And also the Sheikh, Hafidullah, is a teacher in university in Qaseem. The Sheikh also benefited and studied with many from the Sheikh that are known to us, and amongst those who that he have benefited and studied with, amongst them is Sheikh Muhammad Ibn Salih Al Uthaimeen rahimahullah. And the Sheikh has spent a lot of time with Ibn Uthaimeen rahimahullah. And also the Sheikh have studied and benefited from Sheikh Abdullah Ibn Baaz rahimahullah. And also amongst those who are still alive, Sheikh Abdur Rahman and Baraak. And as we mentioned, that the Sheikh, that he'll be with us in England for the next coming week, and he'll be going to various cities. So this is the first of his journey regarding the various places that he'll be visiting. So he'll be with us for today until Monday, where he will be going to Leicester, and then on he'll move to Luton, so various cities, and doing something similar to what he'll be doing today. So as for the program that we'll be conducting here, that will be doing two main books over the next couple of days. The first being the Aqidah of Aqidah al-Razi'in, which is a book that covers concerning some of the main principles of the Aqidah of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. The book is present with us, and we'll give you all a copy. So we have the books, so we'll give all a copy of that particular matan in the Aqidah, and the Sheikh Hafidullah, he will try to complete it. So today we'll be doing starting first with Kitab Al-Adab min Muqtasar Sahih Bukhari. So today, from what you have from the papers, you have the sheets. That will be the first segment of the lesson, which is Kitab Al-Adab min Sahih Muqtasar Sahih Bukhari. And then we'll go until 4 o'clock. Then after Asr, we'll have the second session, and that will be the Aqidah of Imam Al-Razi'in. And that will go until for about an hour and a half, and then we'll return again after Salatul Maghrib, and we'll do also the same Aqidah. We'll continue from the Aqidah al-Razi'in, and that will be programmed for today, and similar thing will be done tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. So without any further ado, I wish to give the table to Sheikh Abdullah Musallam to do the lessons, or to do this particular lesson of Kitab al-Adab min Sahih Bukhari.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اهتدى بهديه واستنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يا علم. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه، وجنبنا الفتن. أما بعد، أيها الإخوة الأحبة، فنحمد الله سبحانه وتعالى أن جمعنا في بيت من بيوته نتلو كتاب الله وسنة نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم ونتدارسه فيما بيننا. ونشكر الإخوة القائمين على هذا المركز، وهو مركز ابن تيمية في بريستول في لندن، ونشكر أيضا الشيخ فيصل بزاز الجاسم ومعه الإخوة العاملين والمجتهدين والمتبرعين في نشر العقيدة وخدمة الإسلام، الشيخ مبارك سالم الحيان الذي صاحبني في هذه الرحلة. نشكر الجميع بعد شكر الله سبحانه وتعالى على هذه الجهود الطيبة المباركة التي يقومون بها في نشر التوحيد ونشر العقيدة ونشر الدين والسنة الصحيح.
Sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi. The Shaykh Abdullah, he began by praising Allah and then supplicating Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he makes this knowledge that we learn beneficial for us and that he shows us the truth. Then he opened by, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he's gathered us in the house, in the houses of Allah to study the book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that after praising Allah upon that, for that we thank the brothers of Masjid Uthaimeen for hosting the Shaykh of this conference, as well as thanking Sheikh Faisal and for facilitating, and Sheikh Mubarak for accompanying him, and for the efforts and everyone else that has played a part in organising and bringing this conference here. This conference, which is to spread Tawheed and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
كما نحث أنفسنا وإخواننا في هذا الزمن الذي هو زمن غربة الدين وغربة السنة وغربة العقيدة على أمور أهمها الصدق مع الله، فإن الله سبحانه وتعالى إذا علم من العبد الصدق فإنه يوفقه إلى كل خير، كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لبعض الصحابة الذي قاتل معه في إحدى المعارك، فلما قسمت الغنائم أخذ نصيبه فقال: يا رسول الله، ما على هذا اتبعتك، إنما اتبعتك لأضرب بسهم من ها هنا فيخرج من ها هنا فأدخل الجنة. فقال له الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم: اصدق الله يصدقك. الذي يصدق الله فإن الله يوفقه لكل خير، فإذا رأى الله من عبده الصدق والإخلاص فإنه يبين له سبيل الهدى ويصرف عنه سبيل الشر. نعم.
And the Shaykh Abdullah, he said, we begin by encouraging ourselves and our brothers in Islam in this, specifically in this time, which is the time of ghurba for the deen of Islam, where the religion is strange, where the sunnah is strange, where the correct aqidah is strange to the people. He said we encourage ourselves and yourselves on the following points. The first one being to be truthful with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala learns or knows from his servant that he's truthful, i.e. in his speech and in his belief and so forth, then he will be given the means to every type of good. He will give him the means to every type of good. As is in the hadith of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when a group or some of the Sahaba, they went out in a campaign with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a battle, and they fought, and then when the battle was won, and then the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was distributing the spoils of war, one of the companions, they said, we didn't follow you for this, i.e. for the wealth or for riches or these worldly things that you're not distributing to us. We followed you so that basically we will die on the battlefield and our reward will be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if a person is truthful, whoever is truthful with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be truthful with that person. So whoever is truthful with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah will clarify for them the means and the path to every type of guidance towards good, and will turn them away from everything which is harmful and bad.
كما أوصيهم أيضا بضرورة عظيمة جدا، وهي أن يعلموا أن أي عمل يقوم به من صلاة وصيام وحج وزكاة وطلب للعلم وكل الأعمال الصالحة لا تقبل منهم إلا إذا أتوا بشرطها. وشرط قبول العمل هما أمران: الشرط الأول الإخلاص لله، وهذا مقتضى شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله، لأن معنى شهادة لا إله إلا الله إخلاص العبادة لله ونفي عبادة ما سواه، حتى أقل أنواع الشرك وهو ما يسمى بالشرك الأصغر من الرياء أو غيره من سائر أنواع الشرك، فإن المؤمن يكون بعيدا عنها أشد البعد. فلو أتى بعمل فيه شيء من الشرك فإن هذا العمل يكون فاسدا لا يقبل. مثله كمثل الرجل الذي يصلي وقد أحدث في صلاته، حتى لو لم يبقى من صلاته إلا السلام فإن صلاته مردودة ولا تقبل لأنه أفسده. كذلك الإنسان الذي يصلي ويصوم ويحج وهو لم يأتي بهذا الشرط العظيم الذي هو التوحيد، وهو صرف العبادة لله ونفيها عما سواه في الربوبية والألوهية والأسماء والصفات التي هي أنواع التوحيد. نعم.
And the Shaykh Abdullah, he said, likewise I advise them that to know that any action that a person does, whether it's their salah or their siyam or their zakat or seeking knowledge, that it won't be accepted unless he comes or the person comes with the necessary prerequisites, the conditions. And these conditions are two. The first one is al-ikhlas, which is a person does it sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what is necessitated by the shahada. When the person says la ilaha illallah, then that person, that's necessitated that the person is going to single Allah out with worship, not going to associate partners. Even the smallest amount of shirk, whether it's shirk al-asghar, then the believer, he is far from committing or falling into shirk al-asghar. If a person does any action, the Sheikh Abdullah gave an example, like the person who is performing the salah. So he's in the salah and he rates his wudu. Even if he rates his wudu at the end of the salah, just before he's going to do his taslim, then that salah is going to be considered invalid and it's not going to be accepted from the person. Likewise, a person that prays and a person that fasts and a person that does acts of ibadah, but he doesn't fulfill the condition, the first condition of ikhlas, which is tawheed in all its categories, tawheed al-rububiyyah and tawheed al-uluhiyyah and tawheed al-asma wa sifat, then that person's actions won't be accepted, his salah or his sawm or any of his actions of ibadah.
فهذا الأمر العظيم يجب أن يكون اهتمام المسلم فيه عظيما، وهو التركيز على التوحيد ونشره وتعليمه للناس، لأن كثيرا من الناس ربما يشهد الشهادتين، يشهد شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، لكنه يأتي من العمل ما يفسده، بمعنى يأتي بالشرك الهادم لهذه العقيدة. إما بالذبح لغير الله أو النذر لغير الله أو غيرها من أنواع العبادة. ومعلوم أن هذا كالذي يصلي وهو محدث، فلا يقبل الله منه صرفا ولا عدلا، كما قال الله تعالى وهو خطاب لأفضل الخلق وإمام الأمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم: ولئن أشركت ليحبطن عملك ولتكونن من الخاسرين. الشرك محبط للعمل ومفسد له، ولو صلى الإنسان وصام. وأنتم تعلمون ما ينتشر في العالم الإسلامي من أنواع الشرك، فتجد من يأتي مكة ويصلي ويصوم ويحج، وربما دفع الأموال الطائلة لكي يحصل له فريضة الحج، ولكنه يغلو في الأولياء والصالحين ويصرف لهم نوعا من أنواع العبادة، فهذا لم يستفد من حجه ولا من عمرته ولا من سائر عمله، لأنه أتى ما يفسده. الاهتمام بالتوحيد ونشره وتعليمه للناس وحرص الإنسان عليه من أهم الأمور. توحيد الربوبية والألوهية والأسماء الصفات. فتوحيد الربوبية هو إفراد الله سبحانه وتعالى بأفعاله. الله اختص بأفعال لا يمكن أن أحدا يأتي بها، فهي خاصة لله، كالرزق والموت والإحياء والإعادة. الذي خلق السماوات والأرض هو الله، والذي خلقنا هو الله، والذي يرزقنا ويبدينا ويعيدنا هو الله، ولا يمكن أحد من الخلق أن يملك. والذي يعلم الغيب ولا أحد يعلم الغيب غيره هو الله سبحانه. فلا بد من هذا العقيدة، وهذا التوحيد أقر به حتى كفار قريش الذين بعث بهم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، كما قال الله عنهم: ولئن سألتهم من خلقهم ليقولون الله، ولئن سألتهم من خلق السماوات والأرض ليقولون خلقهن العزيز العليم. هم أقروا بهذا، لكن ذلك لم ينفعهم، لأنهم لم يقروا بالتوحيد الألوهية، توحيد العبودية، وهو إفراد الله سبحانه وتعالى وتوحيده بأفعال العباد، أفعال العباد التي هي الصلاة والصيام والحج والزكاة وكل الأعمال. والعبادة اسم جامع لكل ما يحبه الله ويرضاه من الأعمال الظاهر والباطن، فيفرد الإنسان هذه العبادة لله حتى في أعماله الخاصة. إذا أراد بها العبادة فيجب أن يخلصها لله وألا يشرك مع الله أحد غيره، وهذا هو الذي ضل فيه فئام من الناس. هذا التوحيد العظيم والذي من أجله بعث الله الرسل، ومن أجله كان الناس على قسطاسين وعلى طريقين: طريق في الجنة وطريق في السعير. ولو أن إنسانا كل عمره في عبادة وتقوى وصلاة ثم أتى ضربا من أضروب هذا الشرك لهدم ذلك كل عمله، يعني يذبح لغير الله أو ينذر لغير الله أو يسجد لغير الله، لفسد كل عمله الذي أتى به من صلاة وصيام وحج وزكاة، كلها ذهب. كما قال الله تعالى: وقدمنا إلى ما عملوا من عمل، يعني جميع أعمالهم، قدمنا إلى ما عملوا من عمل فجعلناه هباء منثورا. الهباء المنثور هو الذي لا قيمة له ولا أثر له ولا بقاء له. نعم.
The Shaykh, Abdullah, continued by saying that it's an obligation and a must for everybody to give importance and significance to Tawheed or to Ikhlas, sincerity of worship for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by learning it and teaching it and spreading it to everybody. That's because you find today, you might find people who testify there's no one except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they testify that Muhammad is a messenger of Allah, but with that they have actions which nullifies their shahada. So they come with shirk, for example, either they slaughter for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or they supplicate other than Allah, or other than that from the aspects of, or the types and categories of shirk. And it's known that a person, as it's known that a person who prays and he's not in a state of tahara, or he's not in a state of wudu, his salah is not accepted, and it's also known that a person that worships Allah but he commits shirk, then his worship will not be accepted. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, addressing the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best of mankind, where he said, and if they were to associate partners, then we would wipe out the actions or everything that they've done, the actions that they do. So shirk itself is something which nullifies and voids out the actions that a person does. Even if he's praying all the time, and even if he's fasting every Ramadan and Mondays and Thursdays, and even if he's making Hajj, even if he's performing Hajj and he went through effort to do it, however, he has exaggerations in the righteous people, so he supplicates them besides Allah, or he comes with other acts from the actions of shirk, then his ibadah will not be accepted and it won't benefit him at all. Why? That's because he has come with that which nullifies his ibadah, his worship, and that is shirk. And then the Shaykh Abdullah mentioned Tawheed is three categories, and Tawheed al-Rububiyyah is to single Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala out in his actions, i.e. actions that are specific to Allah, that is not possible for anybody else to be given these actions. So Allah is the one that gives life, and Allah is the one that takes life, Allah is the one that recreates and recreates life as well. Allah is the one that sustains and provides, i.e. all the actions that are specific to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like Allah is the one that created the heavens and the earth. Allah is the one that gives sustenance, sends down the rain. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is the one that knows the unseen. So all of these actions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are specified for Allah, and that's Tawheed of Rububiyyah. And this is why, and this Tawheed of Rububiyyah is not something which the mushrikun or the disbelievers and polytheists at the time of Quraysh, they disagreed with the Prophet Muhammad or they denied. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, and if you were to ask them who created them, they will say Allah. They will surely say Allah. If you to ask them who created them, they will surely say Allah. So they affirmed and they accepted Tawheed of Rububiyyah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone is the one who is specified with these actions. However, their acceptance and their affirmation of Tawheed of Rububiyyah didn't benefit them at all whatsoever. Why? Because they didn't affirm Tawheed of Ibadah. They didn't affirm Tawheed of Ibadah uluhiyah, which is to single Allah out in our actions, actions of worship. And the Shaykh Abdullah mentioned the definition of Ibadah, that it's a comprehensive term that encompasses all our sayings and actions which are open and hidden. To do these things for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, seeking the pleasure of Allah that Allah is pleased with, is Ibadah. So even our specific actions that we do, then a person has to make them for Allah alone. And you find many people, they went astray in this. You find many people, many groups, different groups, they went astray with regards to making their actions for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's for this reason, i.e. Tawheed of Ibadah or Tawheed of Uluhiyah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sent the messengers. And it's for this reason that people are divided into two groups. A group that are destined for the hellfire, and a group that will be in Jannah. So if a person comes with shirk in any act of his ibadah, then that shirk, it nullifies and it ruins his actions. It nullifies and ruins his actions, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, that, and we took the actions which they did in this world life, and we made it haba'an manthura. We made like something which is scattered dust, something which doesn't have any weight, doesn't have any value. In other words, it doesn't have any qima and it's not going to be considered.
كما أوصيهم أيضا بالشرط الثالث من العمل الصالح، والذي هو مقتضى شهادة أن محمدًا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، ألا وهو شرط المتابعة. والمتابعة معناها متابعة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في أقواله وأفعاله واعتقاداته وإقراراته وتروكه. بمعنى نقول مثل ما قال ونفعل مثل ما فعل ونعتقد كما اعتقد ونترك كل ما ترك. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ترك مثلا الاحتفال بالمولد، فنتركه كما تركه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، لأنه لو كان خيرا لكان أسرع الناس إليه هو رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ولذلك لما جاء 3 نفر إلى أبيات النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فسألوا عن عبادته فكأنهم تقالوها، يعني اعتقدوا أنها قليلة، وقال بعضهم لبعض إن نبي الله صلى الله عليه وسلم غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه وما تأخر، أما نحن فأهل ذنوب ومعاصي، فلنعمل من الأعمال زيادة على ما عمل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. فقال بعضهم لا أتزوج النساء، وقال الآخر لا آكل اللحم، وقال الآخر أصوم النهار كله ولا أفطر، وأقوم الليل كله ولا أفطر ولا أنام. فبلغ ذلك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال ما بال أقوام يقولون كيف وكيف، أي مقولتهم كيف. ثم ذكر عن هديه صلى الله عليه وسلم أما أنا فأتزوج النساء وآكل اللحم وأقوم وأنام وأصوم وأفطر، ومن رغب عن سنتي فليس مني. هذا السبب أو هذا الأمر العظيم أيضا ظل فيه فئات من الناس، وهو مقتضى شهادة أن محمدًا رسول الله، لأن مقتضى هذه الشهادة العظيمة طاعته فيما أمر واجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجر، وتصديقه فيما أخبر، وألا نعبد الله إلا بما شرع. لا يعبد الإنسان ربه بالهوى أو بما شاء، بل لا يعبد الله إلا عن طريق الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. ولذلك ما يصيب الأمة الإسلامية اليوم من فتن وقلاقل وحروب هو بسبب البعد عن سنة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أمر بلزوم الإمام أي الحاكم الحكومة وعدم الخروج عليها حتى لو كانت ظالمة وفاسقة ومتعدية وتظلم الناس، وربما الفسق عليها في أحكامها وتصرفاتها وأعمالها فسقا عظيما جدا جدا بلغ إلى أعلى أنواع الفسق والظلم، لكنه لم يصل إلى درجة الكفر. فإن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أوجب علينا لزومها، أي عدم المظاهرات، عدم الدخول في أحزاب، عدم التجمعات التي فيها افتيات على ولي الأمر ونزع يد من الطاعة، حتى لو كان نزع اليد في الطاعة في أمر يسير جدا فهذا لا يجوز. ومع ذلك تجد فئات من الناس لم تطمئن قلوبهم باتباع محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، واختل عندهم هذا الشرط العظيم، بل هذا الشرط العظيم اختل عند آلاف بل ملايين من الناس الذين يشهدون أن لا إله إلا الله، لكنهم اختل عندهم شرط أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله، وهذا يدخل فيه 72 فرقة. أخبر الصادق المصدوق صلى الله عليه وسلم أن أمته سوف تفترق عليها، كما في الحديث: افترقت اليهود على 71 فرقة، وافترقت النصارى على 72 فرقة، وسوف تفترق أمتي على 73 فرقة كلها في النار إلا واحدة. قالوا: من هي يا رسول الله؟ قال: هي الجماعة، أن يرون السمع والطاعة ولا يرون الخروج. الجماعة أن يرون السمع والطاعة ولا يرون، ولذلك كل أهل البدع لا يرون السمع والطاعة. كل أهل البدع لا تطمئن قلوبهم بالسمع والطاعة، ويرون الخروج على الحاكم. ولذلك كما قال السلف: اختلف أهل البدع في كل شيء واتفقوا على شيء واحد وهو السيف. ايش معنى السيف؟ يعني معناه الخروج. نعم.
And the Shaykh Abdullah continued by saying, we advise with the second condition from the righteous actions of actions to be accepted, and that is what's necessitated by the second half of the Shahada that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah, and that is the condition or the prerequisite of Mataba'a, which is, the meaning means that to follow the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his speech and in his actions and in his i'tiqad, in his belief, and in the things that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam left off. What does that mean? That means we say what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and we do what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did, and we have the belief, the same i'tiqad as the i'tiqad of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we leave off whatever the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam left off. Meaning that we don't worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with our desires, and that we make sure we are following the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because a person being far from the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is the cause of all of the fitnah that we witness today. All of the fitnah that we witness today, a result of it is not following the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as is mentioned by the Sheikh. And he gave an example, a hadith, where the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he ordered us, his ummah, to obedience and sticking to the obedience to the Imam of the Muslims. So even to the extent that if he oppresses you, but he doesn't commit kufr, he oppresses you, then it's still an obligation to obey him. So this is an obligation which necessitates not going out in protests against the leaders. It also necessitates not joining different parties who stand up against the leaders. It also necessitates not removing your pledge of allegiance or your hand of allegiance from the leader, i.e. the obligation to obey him in that which is obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of these things are not permissible, and they're necessitated by a person saying Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. He says that, he testifies that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Why? Because it means following the Prophet Muhammad in what he says and what he does. So even with this, you still find, for example, today, groups of people that they do not fulfill this second condition, which is a condition of mataba, of following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in their actions or in the speech. So you find, and we enter with this into the hadith of the firq, or the different groups and sects in Islam, which our Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam informed us about, where he said that the Jews, they divided into 70 sects, and the Christians, they divided into 71 sects, and my ummah, they were divided into 73 sects or 72 sects, all of them in the hellfire except for one. All of them in the hellfire except for one. And it mentions who they are Messenger of Allah. And the Messenger of Allah said that they are the ones that are upon, or they are the Jama'ah. They're the ones that see Sam and Ta'a, i.e. hearing and obedience to the Imam. You find the people of innovation, all of the people of innovation, they all do not accept this hadith of Sam and Ta'a. All of them, which is why you find that there's a statement upon the Salaf, and it's worth writing this down and memorizing this, that the people of innovation, all of them, they differ upon everything, except for one thing they agree upon. They differ upon everything and they agree upon one thing, the people of bid'ah. The thing that they agree upon is silf, which the Shaykh Abdullah explains as being, they agree upon making khuruj against the Imam, the leader of the Muslims. So while they differ on many things, one act of misguidance that they agree upon is making khuruj against the Imam. So you find that they left, for example, the second condition, which is the condition of mutaba'ah of the Prophet Muhammad, which is necessitated when a person says, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, I testify that Muhammad is a messenger of Allah.
فأهمية الاهتمام دائما وأبدا بهذين الأمرين العظيمين واللذان هما شرط قبول العمل. فلا يقبل العمل إلا إذا اجتمع فيه هذين الشرطين، شرط الإخلاص لله وهو التوحيد، وشرط المتابعة للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، وهذا الشرط يغفل عنه كثير من الناس. ولذلك تجد كما ضربنا لكم أمثلة كثيرة ممن يأتي بالبدع والأمور المحدثة في الدين وربما عنده شبهة. ولذلك لابد أن نعرف أيها الأحبة أن هذين الشرطين لا يتحققان إلا إذا سلم القلب من أمرين. إذا سلم القلب من أمرين تحقق هذين الشرطين. إذا وجد في القلب هذين المرضين زال هذين الشرطين. فالمرض الأول هو مرض الشهوة. فالشهوة تهدم التوحيد، لأن صاحب الشهوة يقدم غير الله على الله، يقدم محبة غير الله على محبة الله، يقدم خوف غير الله على خوف الله، فتجد قلبه يخاف غير الله ويحب غير الله شهوته. وهذا مثله كمثل اليهود الذين قال الله تعالى فيهم غير المغضوب عليه، لأن المغضوب عليه هو الذي عرف الحق لكن التوحيد ضعف في قلبه فلم يجعله يلتزم بالحق بل التزم بالباطل. عرف التوحيد وذهب إلى الشرك، عرف السنة وذهب إلى البدع، عرف الطاعة وذهب إلى المعصية. من الذي يذهبه إلى المعصية؟ هو الشهوة. فهو يعرف أن الخمر حرام ويشربه، لماذا؟ معصية، لكن بسببها ما هو؟ الشهوة. ولذلك اليهود عندهم علم لكن ما عندهم إيش؟ عمل. عندهم علم لكن ما عندهم عمل، ولذلك غضب الله عليهم. فنحن في أعظم سورة في القرآن. ما هي أعظم سورة في القرآن؟ الصغير. أعظم سورة في القرآن. خلوه يجاوبوا.
He's asking you, what's the greatest surah in the Quran? What's the greatest surah in the Quran?
لا، التي لا تصح الصلاة إلا بها.
The one that if you don't read it, your salah is not valid or not decreased. What surah do you have to read in your salah? You have to. Surah Al-Fatiha. So good. You should be rewarded. the administration owes you a
لا
reward.
جائز الشيخ هذا انتباهه
You
وحرصه.
have to give them a reward.
ايوه تشكر.
هذا هو لابد أن يأتي من هذا هو لابد أن يأتي من الأدمن.
جزاك الله. معليش احنا نحب ننشط الدرس هذا بالكسر. وانت ايضا خليك منتبه يجيك سؤال الان.
Your question will come next. So.
واضح هذا؟ إذا أعظم سورة في القرآن لو قرأها الإنسان بتأمل وبفقر إلى الله لكان من الفائزين الذين هم أهل الصراط المستقيم. الصراط المستقيم الذي ينصب على متن جهنم ونسير عليه يوم القيامة طويل جدا لا يمكن يتصور العقل طوله، وذكر في بعض الآثار أنه أدق من الشعر. الشعر هذه أدق منها وأحد من السيف الشديد الحدة، بمعنى أنه يقطع كل شيء يمر عليه من شدة حدة. هذا الصراط المنصوب في جهنم الآن هو منصوب في الدنيا. فالإنسان إذا أتى بهذين الشرطين سار عليه، إذا اختل شرط من هذين الشرطين انحرف عنه يمينا أو انحرف عنه شمالا. فإذا أتى بالشهوة حرفته عن إيه؟ من يعرف؟
The Shaykh, he mentioned the straight path in this dunya, and he said that it's by fulfilling these two conditions, condition of ikhlas and condition of mutaba. And if a person, for example, falls off it because he's done something, what is it that he's done that's made him fall off it? What is it that he's brought that's made him fall, for example, off of that straight path?
الشهوة والمعصية. الشهوة.
That's correct.
يعني إذا الإنسان إذا أتى بالشهوة حرفته عن لا عن التوحيد، عن الإخلاص. نعم. وإذا أتى بالأمر الثاني حرفه عن المتابعة. ما هو الأمر الثاني؟
بدعة.
لا.
متابعة.
لا.
The Shaykh said that if a person, for example, comes with shahwa, then that takes him away from tawheed, off the straight path. Being on the straight path, we're going to two conditions all the time. Ikhlas and mutaba'a. If he comes with shahwa, that ruins his ikhlas. The second thing, what is it that he comes with that would ruin his mutaba'a? What is it? So shahwa first of all. What's the second thing?
شبهة. نعم شبهة. يعني الإنسان مثلا صاحب البدعة تجد عنده حرص على متابعة الدين، يريد كما قال النفر أهل البدع الذين دخل عليهم عبد الله بن مسعود وكانوا يعدون أو يسبحون بالحصى سبحان الله كما يسبح الآن الإنسان بالمسبحة أو بهذه وقال لهم وأنكر عليهم، قالوا نحن نريد الخير ما أردنا إلا خيرا. فعندهم إخلاص لكن ما عندهم متابعة. فقال كم من مريد للخير لم يسب.
The Shaykh Abdullah said that therefore it's of importance, and he exaggerated this point. It's singularly important that a person always looks after these two conditions in all of his actions, and because actions are not accepted without them. So something that person has to be always given a lot of diligence and attention to, and that's ikhlas and mutaba'ah. sincerity for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If a person is negligent in any one of these two conditions, so for example, a person comes with a bid'ah or something which is a shubha in him, then that person has not realized these two conditions. And these two conditions, they're not, and this is important, the Shaykh mentioned two principles that ruin these two conditions. The first one, and the two illnesses of the heart in reality. These two things are illnesses of the heart that affect a person's deen. The first one is the marad of shahwa, the illness of desires. The illness of desires, it nullifies or affects a person's, the first condition, which is ikhlas, tawheed, ikhlas of actions for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's because if a person has shahwa, or he acts upon his desires, it means he puts forward himself for other people, the pleasure of other people over the pleasure of Allah, or he puts forward the praise of people over the praise of Allah, or the love of people over the love of Allah, or the fear of people over the fear of Allah, as a result of giving precedence to his desires. And in this regard, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran with regards to and this is a characteristic of the Yahud, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes them in the Quran, غَيْرُ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ, those who have not earned your anger. What is the characteristic of the Yahud which causes them to be described in this verse as those who have earned Allah's anger? Is that they know the truth, but instead of following the truth, they follow their desires. So they know the truth, but they'd rather follow the desires. They know tawheed, but instead they go towards ma'asi based upon following their desires. So this is something which is that they are described with. They end up falling into shirk as a result of their desires. They leave off tawheed and fall into shirk, and they leave off sunnah and they fall into bid'ah, and they leave off obedience to Allah and they fall into disobedience and ma'asiyah. And that's because they have knowledge but they don't have actions. And then the Shaykh Abdullah, he spoke about the greatest surah in the Quran. The surah that if a person recites it and contemplates it, a correct contemplation, then he's going to be from those that are successful in this worldly life or successful in the afterlife. And that is Surah Al-Fatiha. And in it is a person who asks Allah to be on the straight path. Allah guides us to the straight path or keeps us on the straight path. And when the Shaykh Abdullah, he went on to speak about this straight path, that this straight path, there's a path or a bridge which goes over Jahannam, which every person is going to have to walk across. And he said this bridge, its length is so long that it's not mentioned that its length is so long that a person comes to walk. And not just is its length so long, but also in some athar it's described as being as thin as a hair and as sharp as a knife. So it's as thin as a hair, sharp as a knife, meaning that it cuts. So this bridge that a person is going to walk across, the Shaykh Abdullah is highlighting that if a person maintains ikhlas in his actions in the target of the Prophet, he's able to walk this path in the afterlife like he's able to walk that Sirat al-Mustaqim in this worldly life. And he mentioned that walking the Sirat al-Mustaqim in this dunya is when a person fulfills these two conditions of ikhlas and conditions of mataba'ah. And then the Shaykh Abdullah, he mentioned that if a person, for example, gives precedence to his desires, then he falls off that straight path either on the right, meaning that he's got a deficiency in his tawheed. When a person gives precedence to his desires or shahawat, that's a deficiency in tawheed, and he falls off that straight path to the right. And likewise as well, if a person comes with the second issue which is marad al-qalb, which is the illness of the heart as well, and that is shubha, i.e. a person having doubts, then he also falls off of that straight path. Why? Because now he's not got mataba'ah, the condition or the prerequisite of mataba'ah, he hasn't fulfilled it properly. And then the Shaykh said that if you look at the people of bid'ah, you look at the people of innovations, you find they have the most enthusiasm for following the deen, for being on the deen. You kind of have the most enthusiasm for following the deen. However, you find that they leave off the second condition of mataba'ah. And then the Shaykh gave an example of the situation of Abdullah Ibn Zaid, he went to a group of people that were sitting and they were making tasbih and counting stones. So they were using stones and making tasbih, and they were doing this action which was something which was an innovation. So Abdullah Ibn Zaid, he said to them, he made inkar of what they were doing. And their reply, their reply was, we only want good. Meaning that they had ikhlas, that they're mukhlis in their act of ibadah. But that wasn't sufficient for that action, because they had left off the second condition, which was they had this bid'ah, which was a result of leaving off the second condition, which was following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he still made inkar for them, saying that how many people desire good, but they don't attain it. So it's not enough just to want good, but it's necessary to also be making sure that a person fulfills the second condition, which is mutaba of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
على الإنسان دائما أن يحرص على هذا الأمر العظيم، ولذلك يقرأ الفاتحة بقلب مخلص. فبعد أن يثني على الله بأعظم أنواع الثناء على الله وهذه الألفاظ العظيمة التي فتحها الله علينا، وهي الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين، هذه من أعظم أنواع الفتح على العبد، وهي من الكلمات العظيمة التي أعطانا الله إياها. نسأله أن يهدينا الصراط المستقيم بعد أن نعلن أمرين عظيمين، نعلن أمر الإخلاص والمتابعة. فإياك نعبد فيها إخلاص، وإياك نستعين فيها متابعة. ثم نسأله أن ينعم علينا وأن يهدينا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعم الله عليهم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. فالذين أنعم الله عليهم من هم؟ هم الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه. ولذلك قال النبي عن الفرقة الناجية والطائفة المنصورة، قال هم على من كان على ما أنا عليه اليوم وأصحابه. يعني الذي لم يكن عنده لا شبهة ولا شهوة، وإذا وجدت عنده شبهة أو شهوة دفعها، وإنما عنده إخلاص وعنده متابعة، عنده توحيد وعنده اتباع للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. لأن الاتباع والإخلاص هما اللذان توزن بها الأعمال، ويعرف الإنسان هل عمله مقبول أو عمله مرفوع. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم، وهم الذين عندهم شهوة منعتهم من العمل، وهم اليهود. عندهم علم لكن ما عندهم عمل، ولذلك يقول الله عنهم في معرفتهم للقرآن ومعرفتهم للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ومعرفتهم للإسلام، يعرفونه كما يعرفون أبنائهم، يعني يعرفونه ويعلمونه علم اليقين. قال وجحدوا بها واستيقنتها أنفسهم، يعني عندهم يقين. وحد من الإخوة الذين يدخلون ألا يجلسوا حتى يصلوا ركعتين.
Shaykh Abdullah said that those that come now, he prefers that make sure you prayed a rakatain. Perhaps you prayed it downstairs already, but if you haven't already prayed it downstairs, then when you enter the masjid, it's sunnah to pray tahiyat al-masjid before you sit down, which is 2 rakats for entering the masjid and the sunnah mu'akkadah. So the Shaykh is saying that if you haven't prayed already downstairs, then make sure you stand up and pray tahiyat al-masjid.
كما أخبرهم أنهم يعني نبههم أن ذكر سورة اسم النبي يصلون عليه، يعني تتحرك شفاههم. مرة اسم الرسول كثير جدا صلى الله عليه وسلم، فقليل من يصلي عليه، وأبخل الناس من ذكرت عنده ولم يصلي عليه.
The Shaykh is also highlighting that he also wants to remind you, and it shows his hifz on the sunnah, that when the Prophet Muhammad's name is mentioned, he says sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that your lips move. It's not something you say in your head, it's something that you say. So he's also saying that, because he's noticed, the name of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is mentioned a lot, and he's hardly seen anyone's lips moving. So again, out of the love for the sunnah, and we mentioned the hadith that the meanest person is the person who, when I mentioned, doesn't say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's another thing that the Shaykh is reminding us about. Make sure your lips are moving. Your lips have to move.
لا انظر الى اسباب تتحرك هنا ذكره.
نعم.
كل انسان ذكره له بينه وبين نفسه يعني يسمع بها نفسه. لان الانسان لو قرأ القرآن في قلبه ما هو بالمين. لو قرأ الفاتحة من دون ما حاجه وشيء صلاة باطلة.
The Shaykh said that, you said how you should do it is to say so you yourself can hear, and your lips can move. It's not enough to read it and just say it in your heart. So the person, when he says it in his heart, Fatiha, for example, if he's reciting in Salat Fatiha, and he says it in his heart and doesn't move his lips, his Salat's batil, it's not valid. His lips have to move. So he said that it's, your lips will move when you're saying it, when you're saying Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as well.
نعم. فنقول في هذه الصورة العظيمة صورة الفاتحة بعد أن حمدنا الله وأثنينا عليه بما هو أهله وأعلنا إخلاصنا وتوحيدنا لله ومتابعتنا للرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم، فنحن نسأله أن يصرف عنا سبيل الشر وأن يبعدنا وأن يوفقنا إلى سبيل الخير والهدى وهو اتباع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، والبعد عن سبيل الضلال الذي هو أحد طريقين، إما طريق المغضوب عليهم أو طريق الضالين. وطريق المغضوب عليهم هم الذين عندهم شهوة منعتهم من قبول الحق، عندهم علم لكن ما عندهم عمل، وأعظم من يمثلهم هم اليهود فعندهم علم لكن ما عندهم عمل. ولا الضالين وهم الذين عندهم إيش؟ عندهم عمل لكن ما عندهم علم، كأهل النصرانية الذين عبدوا المسيح وثلثوا في عبادة المسيح، فعبدوا 3 آلهة عبدوها عن طريق الجهل، ليس عندهم علم. ويمثلهم في الأمة الإسلامية جميع أهل البدع 72 فرقة، فهم يعملون أعمالا وعندهم حرص على الطاعة لكن يعملون أعمالا مخالفة لهدي النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. ما الذي جعلهم يفعلون ذلك؟ هو المرض الذي في قلوبهم وهو مرض الشبهة الزيغ. فأما الذين في قلوبهم زيغ شبهة مرض، هذا مرض الشبهة، فيتبعون ما تشابه منه. حينما تنكر عليهم مثلا بدعة من البدع يقولون ولكن الشيخ الفلاني عملها ولكن الناس يعملونها، ولكن دل عليها قوله تعالى ودل عليها قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم، فيأخذون بالعام ويتركون الخاص. فمثلا التكفيريين الذين يكفرون المسلمين يأخذون بقوله تعالى ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الكافرون، ويتركون ما يخصصه، أو يأخذون بقوله تعالى ومن يقتل مؤمنا، فظاهر الآية أن من قتل مؤمن أنه كافر، هذا ظاهرها، لكن هذا الظاهر عام جاء ما يخصصه. وكذلك مثلا ظاهر قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يزني الزاني حين يزني وهو مؤمن، يشعر بأن هذا كافر، الذي يزني أنه كافر، لكن هذا الظاهر عام جاء ما يخصص. وهكذا في أحاديث كثيرة وآيات كثيرة يأخذون بالعام. هذه الشبهة التي عندهم، هذه الشبهة التي عندهم. فالشبهات تمنع من المتابعة، والشهوات تمنع من الإخلاص. وإذا كان الإنسان عنده شبهة أو شهوة انحرف عن هذا الطريق المستقيم. فالإنسان يجب عليه حين يقرأ الفاتحة يقرأها بإخلاص وبحضور قلب، ويسأل الله سؤال الغريق. الإنسان الغريق تجد أنه حريص على إنقاذ نفسه بأي شيء، يتمسك بكل شيء. فكذلك المسلم إذا صلى هذه الصلاة وهو يسأل الله كالغريق يسأله أن ينقذه من هذه الفتن الشهوات والشبهات، فإن الله يوفقه. اصدق الله يصدقك. نعم.
Before beginning, I want to ask, shall I ask the Shaykh to make it shorter between spaces, or it's enough as it is? So put your hands up if you want me to ask him to make it shorter between translations. And don't be shy. Put your hands what you want. Think for yourself and you're going to benefit. And put your hands up So the first one, put your hands if you want it shorter between translation. That's 10. And the rest of you, you're happy as it is, I'm assuming. So we'll go with the majority, that's the rest of it. When you read it, the Shaykh Abdullah, he continued by emphasizing the importance of these two conditions, and that every single Muslim has to have the haris, or to be for emphasis, that, for example, when he's reciting Fatiha, he recites it with attention to what is being read in Fatiha. That he recites it with a heart which is mukhlis. So, for example, reciting the first few verses where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praises himself, and in doing that, it's a command for us to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that knowing that this is the greatest way that a person can open, for example, a dua. That after that, for example, the worship is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to the straight path. So after, for example, showing and demonstrating his ikhlas and his mataba'ah in the speech of Allah, Iyaka na'budu, which is tawheed, and Iyaka nasta'in, which is mataba'ah, and it indicates following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then after that, he supplicates to Allah and asks Allah to guide him to the straight path. And the straight path is the path of those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed his grace upon them. And this is the firqatul najiha. As the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he mentioned the firqatul najiha, he asked, who are they? They said, they are those who are upon what I am upon today, and what my companions are upon. So a person that's a person who doesn't follow his desires, his shahawat, and a person who doesn't lean towards shubahat and doubts in the religion. That's a person who fulfills those two conditions that the Shaykh of the way is emphasizing, the condition of ikhlas and the condition of mutaba'ah, following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he said it's based upon these two conditions that a person's actions are going to be weighed on Judgment Day. A person's actions are weighed based upon ikhlas and mutaba'ah. And you find, for example, after that, those that have vandalized anger, the Yahud, you find that they have knowledge, but they don't they don't have actions, or they don't act according to their knowledge. And if they are like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran, that they have certainty, they have knowledge. They know the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they know their own fathers, they have that certainty of knowledge, but yet they don't act upon the knowledge which they have. So when a person is supplicating or asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to the straight path, the path of ikhlas and mutaba'ah, he's also asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to turn him away from these evil ways. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turns a person away from the way of the Yahud, who have ill knowledge without actions, or of the Nasara, that have actions without knowledge, i.e. that they base their actions upon shubahat, then that person will be given tawfiq to the way of guidance. And that's the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the way of guidance, where a person is far from the way of those that underlies anger, and far from those who are dhalin, i.e. those that have actions, but they don't have any knowledge, like the Nasara who worship Al-Masih, they worship Isa bin Maryam, and that also led them, some of them, to go on to say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is 1 in 3. All of the different groups of Ahlul Bid'ah, all of them, they have this, the second quality, the quality of the Nasara, that they do actions, and those actions are in opposition to that which is considered guidance, the guidance of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So all of the people of Bid'ah, their Bid'ah revolves or stems from them acting upon shubahat. So as an example, the Shaykh Abdullah gave an example that they follow, for example, the verses which are am in the Quran, they're general, and they leave the verses which specify those general verses. So as an example, the Shaykh he gave of the takfiriyin. So you find a takfiri today, he will come and he'll say whoever kills a mu'min, then he's in Jahannam, if he's a kafir, he's not a Muslim. Based upon the verse, Allah says whoever kills a mu'min intentionally, then he's going to be in the hellfire, and the verse it mentions more. So they take that verse and they leave all the other verses. Or for example, and they follow, for example, take the verse from Allah, whoever doesn't go by other than what Allah has revealed, and he's a zalim, or his fasiq, and his kafir. And take this verse and they apply it to the rulers generally, and they leave the specific verses or the ahadith that limit this, that restrict the application of this verse to, for example, minor kufr or minor fisq. They leave these things. So they take, for example, the general verses and leave the ones that specify it. So you find this is, and also as well, they take, for example, they look at the hadith that where the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that a person who commits zina while he's committing zina and he's a mu'min, he's a believer, a person who's still while he's stealing is a believer. They take this, which will make you feel, when they mention, or if you mention this hadith by itself, you don't mention anything else, the person will feel that a person that commits sin, he's not a believer. And the person that kills, the person that steals, he can't be a believer based upon what's understood apparently from the hadith. But they take this hadith and they leave off all of the other hadith that restrict this, the meaning of this hadith, that it means that he doesn't have perfection or completeness of iman, like the scholars understand it. So this is the shubha that you find that they have. And these shubahat that these people have, all of the people of bid'ah, you find these shubahat, it prevents them from fulfilling what is necessitated by Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, by saying that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, which means the condition of mutaba'ah, following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the Shaykh Abdullah, he said that a person, when he recites Surah Al-Fatiha, and he recites it from the beginning to the end, he should recite it with contemplation and with these meanings. That it's about ikhlas and it's about mutaba'ah. That a person should feel, for example, when he's reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, he should feel as if he's drowning, and by he's holding on to this surah, for example, is that what's saving him and pulling him up from drowning. And a person should also feel when he's reciting Surah Al-Fatiha that he's being truthful with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he knows the hadith of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whoever is truthful with Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be truthful with that person.
هذين الأمرين العظيمين يجب الإنسان يهتم بها، قضية الإخلاص، ويعلم أنها نعمة من الله، ولذلك قال الله تعالى أنعمت عليه. والإنسان ينعم الله عليه بأمور عظيمة. أهم نعمة أن يعرفك الحق. والنعمة الثانية أن يبعد عنك أسباب الشر. يعني تجد أسباب الشر لا تعرض عليك ولا تأتي لك يومئذ. والنعمة الثالثة من النعم التي أنعم الله بها علينا وأنعم بها على أهل التوحيد والإيمان أن يوفقه للعمل بالحق بعد أن يعرف الحق إيش؟ يعمل به، لأن كثير من الناس قد يعرف الحق لكن لا يعمل به، فهذا أعظم إثم. فتجده يعمل به. النعمة الرابعة أن يثبتك على الحق. الإنسان قد يعمل الحق اليوم بكرة وبعده ثم ينتكس. ولذلك كان من أعظم دعاء النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه كان يقول: يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك. فالثبات على الحق والثبات على الدين من أعظم النعم التي ينعم الله بها على الإنسان. ولذلك لما تقرأ الفاتحة تقرأها بهذا اللون من التوحيد والإخلاص، تسأل الله أن يعرفك الحق وأن يجعلك تعمله وأن يجعلك تبتعد عن سبل الشر ويبعدها عنك ويصرفها عنك، وأن يثبتك أيضا على هذا الحق ويعينك عليه. وهي النعمة الخامسة الإعانة. الإنسان قد يعرف الحق وذا لكن لا يعان عليه. إذا أعانك الله عليه، ولذلك نقول إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. ولذلك النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لما أوصى بعض الصحابة أوصاه ب3 وصايا هي للإنسان وصية قبل العمل. احرص على ما ينفعك، الوصية الأولى. كل شيء ينفعك في الدين والدنيا كن حريصا عليه. والحرص كما في اللغة العربية هو شدة الاهتمام والرغبة. كل إنسان مهتم للشيء ويرغبه ويحبه ويريده بأي وسيلة. احرص على ما ينفعك. الوصية الثانية
طيب إن شاء الله. The Shaykh Abdullah, after mentioning the points, he's mentioned the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he wants you to complete. So the hadith, it begins with the message of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Ihras ala ma yanfa'uka," strive to seek that which brings about your benefit. And the Shaykh already explained what this means, that your benefit in this dunya and the akhirah. And the ihras means to have complete, to give, have a strong desire towards doing that thing, to make it something which is significant and important in your life. That's what it means. So the Shaykh said, in this hadith, the Messenger of Allah mentions 3 things. 3 things which he advised, which a person does before the action. One of them is, the first one is this, what we mentioned, to strive to do that which benefits you. What are the other 2 that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the hadith? Put your hands up, don't shout out, please. Anybody else know the answer? The rest of the hadith, complete the hadith basically. Complete the hadith. There are more people in this room that know that hadith.
يعني علاج الإنسان يجب أنه حريص على الماء والشرب، لكن هذه الأمور نبراس للإنسان يجب أن يحرص عليها أهم، لأن هي اللي تقول لك الطريق وتبين لك الطريق في هذه الحياة الدنيا لتفوز بالآخرة.
نعم. Shaykh Abdullah mentioned that a person, for example, he strives and puts effort to gain in that which, for example, fills his stomach, drink nice drinks and stuff like that. But there are other things which are more important than that, which guide into the straight path and benefit him in the afterlife. In any case, what's the rest of the hadith? Abdul Aziz. Yeah. What's the third one?
ولا تعب. أحسنت. هذه الوصايا العظيمة درر أغلى من الذهب ومن الألماس. احرص على ما ينفعك. كل شيء ينفعك نافعا، وأعظم ما ينفع هو أمور العقيدة، أمور التوحيد، أمور السنة، أمور الدين. واستعن بالله، لأنك إذا أردت أن تعمل عمل حتى حركة الجفن لو أردت تحركها من دون أن يعينك الله لا تستطيع. والله خلقكم وما تعملون. واستعن بالله ولا تعجز. ما معنى ولا تعجز؟ أي لا تترك ما أنت قادر على عمله. يعني تستطيع تعمل هذا العمل، تستطيع أن تصلي مع الجماعة في المسجد وتصلي في البيت، أنت عاجز. والعاجز هو من أتبع نفسه هواها وتمنى على الله الأمانة. عجز عن طلب العلم ويقول أنا بصير شيخ. عجز عن العمل الصالح ويقول أنا أريد أصير مثل الصحابة أو مثل العلماء أو لا. افعل 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 افعل، ولا تترك ما أنت قادر عليه. كل شيء أنت قادر عليه، سواء ينفعك أو ينفع الأمة الإسلامية أو ينفع أبنائك أو ينفع الناس عموما، احرص عليه. ولا شك أن النفع المتعدي أعظم من النفع القاصر. يعني كونك تعلم أو تلقي محاضرة أفضل من أن تصلي صلاة نافلة، لأنها نفع متعدي. الإسلام يحرص على كل شيء متعدي، وهذا من عظمة الإسلام. كل شيء نفع، حتى لو كان النفع كرمكم الله لحيوان. في كل كبد رطبة أجر، كل كبد رطبة في أجر. فاحرص على ما ينفعك واستعن بالله ولا تعجز. هذا الحرص الإنسان قبل العمل. ثم بعد العمل إذا وقعت الأشياء وتمت فقل قدر الله ما شاء فعل. أنت حرصت على أن تصلي مع المسجد وحصل لك ظرف منعك من هذا، هذه مصيبة دنيوية أو دينية، فقل قدر الله ما شاء فعل. حرصت على أن تنجح في الاختبار وقد اجتهدت وأتيت بالوصايا الثلاثة التي أوصاك الله بها، الحرص والاستعاذة بالله وعدم العجز. يعني بديت تسهر بالليل وتذاكر وتسأل وتبحث وتقرأ ثم حصل أن رسلت، ماذا تقول؟ تقول قدر الله وما شاء فعل، ولا تقول لو كان كذا لكان كذا، فإن لو تفعل عمل الشيطان وتجعل الإنسان يوسوس، لكن يكون مطمئن أن الله ما أراد به إلا خيرا. نعم.
So then the Shaykh Abdullah went on to speak about, for example, the ni'mah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in Surah Al-Fatiha. Allah says, God is the path of those who you have bestowed your ni'mah upon. He says the ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is staying upon these two principles, i.e. ikhlas and mutaba'ah. And that is that a person knows the truth. That's the first one. And by knowing the truth, he's able to make himself far away from the things which lead to that which is bad, or that which has evil consequences. But from the second ni'mah is that the person acts upon that which he knows. That person knows the truth and then he acts upon that which he knows. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him the tawfiq to do actions upon the truth. Because you find lots of people, they might know it, but you find they're not acting upon what they know. The third ni'mah that is that a person seeks and that person thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes him, gives him thabat, or gives him firmness upon the truth, or gives him steadfastness. He's steadfast upon the truth as well, that he remains upon it. You find some people know the truth, they act upon it for a short time. So you find them acting upon it for a month, or for 2 months, 3 months, and all of a sudden you find them fall off it. And you find that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from the dua, that the greatest dua that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to supplicate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for, you say, Ya muqallib al-qulub, or turn of the hearts, thabbit qalbi ala dinak, make my heart steadfast upon your religion. So the Shaykh Abdullah says, when the person recites Surah Al-Fatiha, he should contemplate these four ni'mah, these four blessings, when he's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to the path of those that are blessed or given, have these graces. And then the fifth one that the Shaykh Abdullah mentions is al-i'ana, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps a person and supports a person upon righteous actions and knowledge. Because a person might know the truth, but he doesn't have he's not assisted upon fulfilling what he knows and turning that into actions. You find, as a result, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he advised his companions with 3 advices. These things are things a person does before he proceeds to do an action. And then the Shaykh Abdullah mentioned one of them, which is to seek that which brings about your benefit. And then he asked the brothers to mention the other 2, and the brother Abdul Aziz, Abdullah, he mentioned the other 2 being seek that which benefits you, and seek Allah's help, and do not leave off something which you're able to do. So these 3 pieces of advice, golden advice, they're something which a person, before any action he's going to do, he should put them in his mind. That, for example, if he's able or capable of doing something, don't make excuses to not do it. So a person's able, for example, to pray Salat in Jama'ah in the congregation, then pray in congregation. Do that thing that you have the capacity and the ability to do, and don't leave it off. Something that you're able to do, don't leave it off. And then he mentioned after al-'ajiz. So the Shaykh in the hadith that the person that's ajiz, as is mentioned in this hadith, is a person who follows his desires, and while following his desires, he's got big hopes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while he's following his desires. This is the person that's truly ajiz. So based upon that, a person should do good actions and don't leave off that good which he's able to do. And obviously there's no doubt that an action which has which benefits others as well as oneself is better than an action which is limited to your own benefit. So for example, a person given a muhadara teaching others about the deen is better than praying voluntary salawat. And that's with regards to every act, not just benefit humans but also benefiting animals and the rest of the creation, as is in the hadith. The Messenger of Allah said that in every living thing is a reward, i.e. when you bring benefit to anything which is living, then there's an ajr for you in that thing. So if a person, for example, strives to do that which benefits him, and he seeks the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he puts in the effort that he's capable of putting in, and he seeks Allah's help in doing that, and then after that, for example, he doesn't realize that thing that he's seeking, then he just says, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decrees, happens. I.e., so for example, he strives, he revises for his exam, he puts in the hours and he makes dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he does that, but he fails his exam, then it wasn't meant to be. He doesn't say, oh, what if only I did this, if I had this subject instead of that. He doesn't say that. He says whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills happens. And in that is good for the person. But back to the point that the person has to make sure when he's reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, these are all benefits that a person contemplates when he's reciting the greatest surah in the Quran. So when he recites, for example, that guidance to the path of those who bestowed your ni'mah upon them, these are the things that he's contemplating, he's reflecting upon. These are the ni'mas which he's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him towards.